match 2.
Match 2, yeah.
We got JS back on camera.
Yeah, JS back on camera. And François with his mono green. And the opponents are drawing...
Their opening hands, making their mulligan decisions.
Yes, making decisions. Always probably the most important decision, period, I think.
Yeah, it's a strong contender with sideboarding.
Yeah, exactly.
But oftentimes people, and myself being guilty of this early, especially like for too long in my Magic quote-unquote career, it's not a career, keeping hands that you're just like, you want to play with these cards, but you know the hand's not good enough. Kind of like, you ask yourself this question, if I don't draw a land next turn, am I screwed? Yes. I'll keep anyways. Mistake.
You just roll the dice and you're like, I didn't draw lines for 6 turns. Why am I dead?
Yeah, why did I die? Why is Magic so cruel?
Scratching your head.
Yeah, the shuffler is rigged, I tell you.
You're like, screw this game. I'm going to play tic-tac-toe.
Time to pick up Yu-Gi-Oh again.
Whoa. Hey. Easy, huh?
At least Pokemon. Pokemon is respectable.
I think you're poking the bear with that comment. I can tell you that. Alright. So I'm thinking that they both took a mulligan. Seems like.
It's possible, yeah. I'm just curious if we're going to see suspicious sideboarding again.
Yeah.
No offense. Peace and love, I swear.
Well, we'll see. So...
Mono green. Gonna do mono green things.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. The JS is against 2
monocolored
tribal decks.
Yeah,
colored
exactly.
Tribal. It's not really a term, I don't think.
So land drop, 4 Scavenger Folk.
Scavenger Folk hits just artifacts? Just
artifacts. Target artifacts.
Just artifacts, yeah.
So lands, Ruby.
That's terrible.
So
what was he considering? Maybe City in a Bottle, which was useless?
No.
Maybe the Chaos Orb?
Maybe Chaos Orb, but he's got the Scavenger Folk realizing afterwards.
Yeah. It was probably Chaos Orb. Or Balance? Could he be so bold as to consider the Balance already?
No, I don't think so.
Nah, you see the mono green, you gotta wait. They're all trigger happy. You wait for
Yeah, exactly.
a couple more creatures. They're coming, don't worry.
So, looks like he's swinging for 1.
Taking the Scavenging...
Playing 2 Pixies, okay.
Honestly, my opponent goes land Mox, maybe cast something past the turn. Am I destroying their Mox?
I'm destroying their Mox immediately. Especially missing land drop, it would have been devastating.
I mean, though. If it was telling that he was going to play a Chaos Orb, maybe you don't want to waste it on the Mox. They just keep playing lands, you get punished, and now the factory is a target also for the Scavenging Folk. Right?
Once it's activated, yeah.
Yeah, the Folk blocks the factory by destroying it.
Yeah, exactly.
Pixie doesn't care about factory though, right?
No, it takes 0 damage from artifact creatures.
Yeah, Pixie... Are we just gonna...
So I think he's gonna swing for the fences.
Yeah, there's a bit fucking...
I don't think he should type with this, yeah.
No. The Scavenging Folk is gonna play Factory Duty.
Yeah.
Or you've got Giant Growth too if...
Yeah, worst case scenario. So...
I don't think you're playing mono green like you're playing a burn deck, where you kind of save your burn for the last second always. I think you want to just pump the minute you can. Now he goes for the Mox.
That's an odd choice, but
why not last turn?
At least he didn't get penalized for that decision now.
I mean, I think he's gonna get. I think you get penalized for that in general. If you didn't make the call last turn, making it this turn seems
okay. He's got the set stroll.
Strange.
Saw the regrowth. At least I think it's the regrowth. On his left.
It's got an Urnham Djinn you can play. I think I like that. Your opponent's playing 3 mana 2/2s. I think you're playing a 4 mana 4/5.
For sure. I mean, even if he has to give his Setral Forest Walk and his upkeep, it's still Okay, your clock is much better.
This isn't François' first walk in the forest. If you know what I'm saying?
No pun intended.
Yeah, every pun intended.
Every pun intended, exactly. All right. Sitting about. Oh, nice.
That is a removal spell.
Yeah.
I was just saying, what can he do to get rid of? You have to get the plows too, I guess, but
Yeah, but it's just so much fun. It's so much fun playing City in the Bottle main board.
Yeah.
Because people are just not expecting it half of the time. They're just comfortable dropping their City of Brass, Ernie's. So now...
That's a nice thing about the counterburn deck is they'll play their City of Brass, take a damage, play their
Flying Man.
their flying man, or play their Freed, and then you get both of them with the bottle.
Yeah, Pendelhaven. I think only pump 1/1 creatures.
Yes.
So he's sorting the Pixie.
For François, you are playing... No, you can't regrowth the Urnam. Well, has he got another Scavenger? No, it's a Pixie. And what's the other card in his hand?
Maybe Giant Growth?
Regrowth.
So he's going for the Pixie.
That's Scavenger.
Maybe.
No, he went for the Scavenger.
Yeah, you regrowth the Scavenger, yeah, for sure. Probably just to keep the factory...
So
just swords it, not taking out
so
of the game.
I wish he didn't swords that, because I kind of wanted to see, the card is gonna already kill itself to destroy one of your things. I would have left it for a turn. There's a potential that François would have used it to kill the City in a bottle. Okay.
Stripping the factory. Yeah, I think he just top tagged that. Pixie. Swing for 2.
That is true. A notable thing. Well, no, he's not playing Abyss because he's playing creatures. So never mind. Never mind.
Yeah. Or I think it would have been interesting, had he had the Abyss sideboard and went the creatures list route, sideboard game. If he took out the Sedge Trolls, the Hippies, and just had Abyss's sideboard and brought them in, and went in but that's for another.
Yeah, I would have to.
That's a discussion for another day.
Yeah.
So I think François is going to put a lot of pressure just with the Pixie and Factory.
It is notable that the game changes drastically if JS just had a swamp in play.
Disenchant, very nice. Very nice.
Oh, he's going for the trade. Are we going to see a giant growth?
Why is the Sedge Troll playing in the graveyard?
He's trying to block the... he tried to block the Pixie. And I think François is making a decision. Because he put the troll... Yeah.
Okay, he's doing giant growth. I was wondering why the troll...
he was making a decision. I just... Yeah. So you were right. He did have the giant growth. That was the mystery card.
Yeah, okay. So now... he's got a 5-turn clock. When's it change? Probably hoping for a balance at this point. Because, if he plays the balance next turn...
Plow 2, I guess?
I would much rather a balance.
Yeah, balance will take the card out of his opponent's hand also. So
that and also bring his opponent down to two lands. Yeah.
But, beggars can't be choosers. So
he had 3 cards, okay.
If you can't get anything, at least got plow.
Okay, playing a land for turn.
Ooh.
Maybe drawing the sword.
Ooh, what's a Chaos Orb? François should Chaos Orb that Badlands, I think. Unless he wants to wait for him to play something. Yep. Yep. Oh, he wants the city. He wants the city.
Interesting choice. So does that mean he has Ernie land? Interesting. But either way, François is still with the Pixie. You can't use a factory to block.
Yeah, that's true.
Does 0 damage to I love those green cards. He did have the Ernie. God damn it, when I'm right, I'm right.
I wonder if it's still correct to orb the chaos,
Orb
the city if you don't have the Urnum and just like pray that you might draw it. I don't think so. I think that would be
No.
So it had to be telling to JS that he definitely just had an Ernie in his hand.
Not looking good for...
No, I don't think, except for balance, I don't think he can do anything.
No, even with the rack.
DT for balance is an option.
Yes, that is.
There's a chains, not doing much, unfortunately. And there's a concede.
Looks like we're going to go to round number 2. I wonder what his what mono green is going to bring in, like in terms of sideboard. I mean, we saw that's true. We saw avoid fades
and the crumbles.
The crumbles, that's true.
Okay, let's see what happens here in game 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so François heavily enticed by the 3-lander, which if he just gets one more land,
just
he can
one
play,
more. Yeah, but the odds of him
out.
drawing that one more land is pretty good.
Okay, that Winds of Change is still in his deck.
All right, we'll have a good speaking to. We'll talk to him after. Turn 1. Plateau.
The only thing that I can think at this point is that he built this deck with the purpose of going rack into Chains Wind.
Ooh,
like that's what he wants to do.
2 scavenger folk. Right off the bat.
Chains Wind? Chains Wind? Chains Wind?
Sistral.
Nope. So if he plays Factory, he may not have drawn the 4th land. If he plays another land, it means he drew his 4th land. So, let's see. I see a Pendelhaven, so he technically can play the Urnam next turn at the cost of one of his lands, but it's it's okay. It might be worth
Flips
it.
the mana and kind of...
This guy's going crazy over here.
I probably would just target the Pearl.
The rack was a bit aggressive, but we'll see. Oh, it's gonna feel real bad when that spider comes down. But like, my God, it's just you gotta appreciate when a card like Giant Spider actually matters. But like,
exactly.
So what?
The one time it actually serves its purpose, and you're like, vindication. He's like, finally,
this is the
naysayers.
This is a game for the heart and soul of all the green players out there.
Giant Spider.
Yeah. He knows.
He knows. See, we don't have to talk to him in person. He knows.
So I mean, it's games like this that justify the sleeving up of cards like Giant Spider. But I don't know if it's actually good enough.
So wondering, he types with the troll.
Heck with the troll. Maybe he got the bolt. He wants to bait the spider into blocking. François probably thinking about it because he has a backup and he has a Djinn. But
yeah, so he's like, is it worth?
But that's the thing. I think it is because like if your Giant Spider is eating two cards, so to speak. Now I know it's not going to kill the troll, but like, you know what I mean? Like we can sit here and joke all we want about how trash Giant Spider is, but it just it just ate a resource.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, and it stopped the block, it ate a resource. So it's situationally good, but that's not good enough for me to sleeve a card. I can't look at a card and say you're situationally good and then put it in my deck.
Yeah, so serve a purpose, 100%. Like, yeah. Elizabeth, very nice. So now at least keeping...
Oh, because he Pendelhaven... So he didn't draw the 4th land, technically speaking, because he missed a land drop last turn.
Yeah.
So I would not have done that. Then I would not have blocked with that Giant Spider, not having a guaranteed 4th land in my hand. To be able to replay a second one the next turn?
Yeah.
Too risky. And there it goes, yeah, so... Yeah, so that's one small mistake from the mono green player, making that block without a guaranteed land. So I'm saying, like, this whole notion of keeping hands or making plays based on the I may draw a land next turn, you just cut that stuff out of your gameplay and you're just going to become
Yeah, exactly.
But you'll just improve. You'll improve. But it's okay. No punish over here because lands are coming anyways.
I mean, he's got a threat on board. He's got to give one of his creatures Force Walk next turn. He's probably going to give it to the hippie.
Well, the hippie already is unblockable. Oh,
so is that another Ernie? Okay, yeah.
Tisk.
We see fatigue settles in. Just frustration is discarding the Ernie into the graveyard right away.
Man,
2 wins of change.
Those
Yeah.
fucking winds of change.
That could have been 2 bolts.
Those winds of change.
That could have been 2 bolts.
PSA: Chains of Mephistopheles is not worth it.
Hey. In this situation, it's not. It has a place as a deck. Someone somewhere someday will figure it out.
I just don't know if there's enough cards in the pool for chains. I think it's one of the most important cards if you want to collect old school cards, but I don't know if it's the.
No, I own one. And I think that's enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like
it's just because it's signed and it's collectible, so
yeah,
the artwork is great.
If you're like I want to build a old school collection and have as many iconic cards as possible, Chains is still an iconic card, but
yeah, exactly.
Every time I see it in the deck, it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I played with somebody when we went to Benoit's house that one time. One time that I was there. I don't remember who it was. Damn. Anyway, somebody was playing a Chains Nethervoid deck, so it was like prisoning you from both those sides. Like you can't draw and you have to pay extra for your stuff. Well, I don't know. So Maze keeping that Jin pretty much at bay. So even if François draws hum spells like Berserk and Giant Growth, it won't matter too much since the Maze is doing overtime. Yeah. But another 4/5 is not irrelevant. That is a thing.
I saw Balance in hand, so I'm wondering if he's going to attack with the Troll. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, he should probably.
But then François might see through it and then let him pass through.
That's good for JS if he does.
Yeah, François down to 6.
Another creature? Yeah, see, I told you they're so trigger happy with their creatures. Yeah. They just
because he's got the life, and so he's like, I could pump my creatures, I could swing in immediately. Like right now, I would probably just play the Balance. I don't know. Oh, he's talking about the Force Walk effect between the 2 Ernies.
Oh yeah, was it designated? Did he give it to the hippie?
Yeah, so I think realizing at this point that he has to take 2 even with the sprite blocking. Or he can't block because there's Force Walk at this point, so... François realizing his mistake.
Isn't there a trick you can do with Maze of Myth that gives your creatures vigilance?
Like at the end of your combat step, you can remove it for combat.
But you still
after dealing combat damage, yeah.
So he could technically like untap the, but obviously he doesn't want to. He wants to use it on the Jins there. But
who is it that I played against? There's somebody who played against. What's his name? Drew something or other. I forget his last name, but he's the one who, when he attacked with his factories.
Mm-hmm.
Had shown me that trick, so it's actually a legitimate. So kind of giving your creatures vigilance, which is really nice.
François holding him for dear life over here. Those Ernies are basically killing him, right? Because the making opponent creatures unblockable. If he can strip his own forest, that'd be pretty good. Right? Strip your own forest? Take off the forest wall?
Yes, that's true.
Actually, that's like a necessary, right? He needs to be able to get that forest off the board.
Yeah.
Chaos Orb even? Just get rid of your forest, right? You have JS completely blocked if you can just get that forest off the board.
Yeah, because then he can swing into his Ernies after. I have blockers. So he's gonna swing.
I think swinging with those 2 Ernies... oh no, because if JS plays Balance, then he can just sacrifice the Ernies and get rid of the
See, if he has a balance in hand right now, I just take out the troll. So he's missing one.
You block the. Maybe it's one block the
I
other.
thought you played the balance. I don't know. So he has to get forced walk. Or maybe he's just gonna.
I mean, he has lethal just by doing nothing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
See, like now he gave the troll the forest walk.
Mind twist.
It's just
For
one
forest?
extra damage. But it's one extra damage, but it's still the same clock. Okay, and then he balances. One and bolt. Oh no, no! Why are you doing that?
Interesting.
Did the damage not go through? No, yeah, he's at one. The dice says the one. They just didn't change the screen.
Yeah.
And this is a. Oh.
It's probably one empty his hand.
But there's still gins on the board, which means
He has no choice to. Oh, I see what he's doing. He has no choice but to give his Central forced walk.
yeah.
So
yeah.
even if he swings in for the fences, he's going to be okay for that
Unless
one turn. He's at
he's-
20 life, so he's just going to.
Strip his forest. Nope, he passed the turn. You're,
I see
no.
why, yes. Okay, I see why now. The sacrifice to the hippie. Makes sense.
Yeah. Don't be fooled by the 4 life on the screen.
Yeah, it's actually 1 life.
And
So
we're just
he-
getting an alpha strike, trying to pretend like there's a berserk in the hand, maybe, but not gonna do much. 2, 6, 7, 8, 10. 10 damage. Not bad, but not enough. Not bad, but not enough. A little bit of a table fist pump by François there, but it's okay.
Maybe he's just testing out the wood.
Yeah,
to see how
testing out the
solid it is. It is. This table's really solid.
Yeah.
Must be pine.
He respects the wood, I guess. All right, so we got ourselves a good match 3 finally. Sorry,
Yeah.
game 3. Game 3. Let's
Game
get
3.
our words correct here.
Please put in the bolt.
No, the bolts are in. The bolts are in. He put the bolts in. Remember, we saw him kill a giant spider. Like,
Oh yes, okay. so
dare I
so-
say, François lost this game because of that block.
Yes.
Entirely because of the block. Maybe that's a bit aggressive of a statement, but like definitely a mistake. Getting rid of his 2/4 before he could guarantee playing another one.
You know, mistakes are made, and
Yeah, well, we're kind of privileged sitting over here, seeing everything from an eagle eye, also seeing their hands a bit, so we can make decisions that obviously they can't.
yeah. Okay, so is that his hand?
Did he board out the berserks? Is that what we're looking at here?
I hope he didn't.
Well, maybe. Well, I mean, at the same time, maybe he's like too afraid to go all in like that against the plow deck. But then again, I don't know. Every deck kind of has removal. Every deck is basically playing spot removal that can react to a berserk. So
Yeah, exactly.
seems like. But then again, I don't know the nuances of mono green. Like, if there's one deck I really don't look at or study or watch games of, it's mono green. So if there's any kind of specific strategy of sideboarding that the mono green community is aware of, I'm definitely out of that loop.
Yeah, like you could ask me about like colorless creatures, mono black.
Yeah, I mean, anything about old school. It's only been what year are we? It's only been 9 years of this format. You know, I'm hoping I can answer most
Yeah, exactly.
most questions.
Yeah, so I mean, his answer for sideboard is, you know, creature removal, essentially.
He's putting them back in. So maybe he took them out on the draw, but you put them back in on the play. Well, I don't know.
Maybe. Interesting choice.
Match 3, game 3. Okay.
Maybe you realize he doesn't have as many artifacts as you thought. Took out crumbles. Brought back the berserks. Because if you had the berserks, like swing with all the creatures, you know what I mean? Like he could have maybe have done something.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
if you had like 2 berserks in hand, then it would have been like lethal, but just it's mono green. What can I say? As you could see from the frustration, and I'm speaking from experience playing like Armageddon decks. Like sometimes you just draw like Birds of Paradise, and you're just like, this is not good. This is like
not working for me.
This is not working for me. And then the opponent's like swing. You're like, well, and then you draw another bird. It's like, you know what I mean? There's no real super aggressive like creature removal.
It's probably just karma from our disrespect towards the deck, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, we'll see what happens.
We got ourselves almost as classic as Ritual Hippie is Forest Llanowar Elf. So,
that is true.
And that's how François is going to take us into this game.
Mind Twist. Interesting.
Oh, he has a Lotus and a Troll and a red source. And a black source, I mean. So he can get out the Troll and protect it from that Aeoli pile. Aeoli pile? Oli pile?
It's like one of those...
Oh, I know there's an A and an E and an O. So, you know, I'm just like literally phonetic. Is that what it is? Phonetically saying it?
Yeah.
Aeoli pile.
It's like, you know, the way... Maybe the part... Maybe there's a way to pronounce it, you know, like tomato, you know?
The Aeoli pile.
Aeoli pile. Maybe it's in Italian. Exactly. I think the worst pronunciation I ever heard was like this one video of this girl saying microwave. It's like microwave. I think, yeah, exactly. Everyone has their own special way of, like playing the Badlands and the Lows. Going back to the game, though, I probably would be like super aggressive with the Mind Twist. Just turn 1 Mind Twist, turn 2.
Interesting.
You know, you sack 3 cards.
Well,
I mean, he's done 2.
Hold on, don't forget, right? Like, we do talk we just finished saying that the green guy is gonna play stuff. So, like, if he's got 5 cards in hand, next turn he goes to 6, plays a land, plays a card, that puts him down to 4, and get his full hand. If you wait.
That's true. That's true.
But that means you're also not playing a troll this turn. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Some people also just don't care about hitting the whole hand. They just want to like let random number generator dictate what happens. And
I'm more of the player of like I try to limit my opponent's resources as quick as possible. Because it wrecks. Sometimes they have only one game plan, and you just completely smash them.
Well, he opted for no troll and no, but that is a fully rippable hand now, so it's interesting.
Like if he plays a Ernie, he's got a maze in his hand. Putting the Ernie, but then he has also got a factory and stuff. So
but so if that Ernie comes down, I'm still mind twisting before I maze everything. I'm okay taking 4 damage. Let me just get rid of your hand. I'll take 4 damage for a fucking turn, and then and then maze you next turn. But it's okay. I guess we don't want to do that unless he's got 3 cards in his hand, in which case it's okay to do both. If he only has 3 cards, then perfect. Then you're exactly where you want to be. You get both best of both worlds.
But now he does also have a factory. Elf, so you can still do like 3 damage a turn.
Yeah, I mean, mono green, good at mono green. At the end of the day, it is still aggressive. Like, we can talk all our shit, but like, creatures smack.
Yeah.
Pain hurts.
Yeah. So now, but now.
Hurt kills.
Yes. But now he's like. Balance view.
Yeah, really susceptible to balance.
The rack. Okay. Still doing a bit of damage.
Gonna do it. I just wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't play the 1/1. I don't think that 1/1 is doing anything for you.
Yeah, excellent choice, bolting the factory. I believe because he's probably gonna want to protect his elf for mana ramp, and then the scavenger folk he might sacrifice anyways to the rack. So I think bolting the factory is the best choice there.
Is this a troll?
I would suspect. Is a troll? What's the mana cost for a troll?
Red and 2 colors.
Red and 2 colors? Okay. I wasn't sure if it was 3 or 4.
We'll play chains.
Chaos Orb. Okay. I'd almost want to go after his mana sources, honestly.
Yeah, take the elf. You have the Urnam pretty stock pretty locked down.
But if he draws a strip, then he's in trouble.
Yeah, but I think it's okay though. Like only one strip, right? So don't miss the flip. Why not the elf? Anyway, well, whatever. I guess he wants his rack to do damage, but it's okay because your opponent has one strip. You have 8 creatures that benefit from the Urnum, and the Urnum basically won JS the last game. So maybe he's confident to just leave it on the board and say, "I don't think you're drawing your strip mine. I'd rather you give me Forest Walk every turn." Because there's still a troll in JS's hand, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's probably going to play
so
now.
He's shown
he probably wanted to keep something for regenerate.
Really good discipline on JS's part. Just still playing his game plan, not wasting a turn, and then being able to play the troll with protection.
Because now even, regardless of whatever, because of Arnie, it's not going to have Forest Walk. Yeah. So once again, that one forest really kind of, you know what I mean? Just penalizing him. It's,
Yeah. So, Troll plus Rack Troll, Rack, and Maze better than Urnum, as it turns out. Is that a regrowth?
I couldn't see exactly.
I keep trying to tilt my head as though I'm going to be able to see.
Yeah, I think it's just even I did that a couple of times. I'm like, God damn, that's right. Yeah. This happened a while back, so
2D world I'm looking at. Realizing he's going to need that green for whatever he gets. Sure. How devastating would it be if he just freaking slammed a Juzam right now? I really hope he procced it in. Okay, so I'm gonna correct my original statement. Chains is not a plan B in Chains' deck. It is very clearly his plan A.
So what are we seeing here?
A Chains instead of a Juzam. that's what we're seeing.
Exactly. So
all of this
the Forest Walk.
What's that?
Still getting the Forest Walk.
Yeah.
See, I think being in François' position, knowing that now I have to give his creatures Forest Walk, I might have sideboarded out the. I put Whirling Dervish.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or at least Hurricane. Well, he has Hurricane in main for the hippies. And it has protection from black, so I don't know.
The Pixie Boy. Yeah, take one. So, he's got him on a 3-turn clock here, and that's faster than what François has. Well, unless François gets he gets 2, 4, 5. It's a 3-turn. They're both on a 3-turn clock. Just that JS swings first, so if François draws a pump spell, he flips that clock towards his favor.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're gonna which honestly considering the threat density of the mono green deck plus the giant growth outlet, François' top decks are probably better. So let's see.
Second chance.
Yeah, so Juzam basically plays the role of Amazemith, right? It blocks something clean.
Yeah.
It's never dying. You can take the one. As we saw in the Mono Black game, Underworld Dreams isn't the reason why Mono Black won games. So you can take your one every turn, it's no problem.
Yeah, exactly. Swinging for 3.
Yeah. JS can draw Lightning Bolt to make the match point next game. So they're both on Giant Growth Lightning Bolt as an outlet.
Yeah.
François just has to stop playing cards and use his factory. That's a crumble. So that's not good. So he attacks for 5, puts him to 9. No, so now Giant Growth doesn't do it. He really needed to draw a threat there. Crumble gains you life or gains the artifact's controller life?
I think the artifact's controller's life. Divine Offering, you gain a life as the caster. I think Crumble is the opposite. The person who owns the the permanent gains to life instead.
So is this victory by virtue of Ernam Jin killing his owner?
Says troll gaining 4 stock.
Yeah, jeez. That's honestly both matches have been determined by Ernam Jin giving Forest Walk, giving effective unblockable to the opponent's creatures.
That's why I say, folks, play shops, win games.
Yeah, play shops, win games.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like it's minor, and we're in a minor tournament on top of it. But I'm inclined to hold that Mox Pearl in my hand. I don't see a reason to play it. Put your opponent on edge.
Especially if he still has wins a change.
Yeah.
You could just shuffle it back into your deck, get the bolt maybe.
Yeah. All right, here it is. Moment of truth. Can he strip his forest? Can he orb his forest? Can he kill the troll? Can he pump to lethal? He cannot. Looks like, if I'm not mistaken, a match. Wait, François? Yeah, okay. They're not changing the life totals again.
Yeah.
But that should just be game over, right?
Yeah, exactly. So he's on to 4. François at 3.
Couple.
Hippie. Yeah, there you go.
Good game for the chains.
And the chains.
But just to say, none of these. I mean, match 1 was the chains was relevant and got the guy's hand down to 0 cards, but then they ended up in a top deck war where nothing really happened. So, I mean, listen, you want to play your Chains of Mephistopheles? I'm right there with you. It's a beautiful card. It's unique, it's special, but if you're watching these matches, you're probably realizing it's not the reason you're winning games in old school.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, anyways, there was another nice, interesting match. 2 more to go, so we'll see you all in the next match.
Yeah, see you on the next one.